Hello there, I'm the Cobra Disney Jedi, and welcome to another edition of the Inner Tube where I get to interview a content creator 1 week at a time. And so this week I've been trying to get this guest on for weeks, but just our schedules have been not coincide, not too, not too fluent. So, but we finally got going, and my guest is today is Cash Money. He's from the Phantom Hooligans. Cash, how are you doing today?
Pretty good, man. Yourself?
Oh, not too bad. Just another day that I'm just enjoying getting a few things done around the house, and then now I'm doing my channel.
Nice.
So, so first question I ask for people for the content creators is, what was it that inspired you to get your own YouTube channel?
Well, it probably started before I got on YouTube. Started getting more serious about it. Probably about 6 months ago, maybe even longer. But I used to do Twitch, and I decided that I was looking for an outlet. This was around COVID, and I started something pop up on my screen, and it was Geeks and Gamers. And I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And then some other channels popped up, EVS, Eric D. July, and I was starting to get inspired again to get my voice out there. So, because it had been a few years since I had done Twitch, and on Twitch I was just doing gaming streams, so I wanted to branch out even more.
Well, very good. We're glad you're doing well. And so, if you haven't checked out his channel yet, please do so. I've got his link in the description, so feel free to do that. So when I see your name, Cash Money, what is it? What's the story behind your YouTube name, and as well as your channel name?
Well, um, my name Cash Money goes all the way back to when I played the Old Republic with this New Zealander, and he was like, we. It was Cash, then it was Kasharin, then it was, but it was with a K, and he started calling me Cash Money, and so it just stuck, and then I just started using that for my Twitch channel, for my Discord, and people really liked it, so I figured I had a winner.
There you go. That whatever suits your fancy, right?
Yep.
That's right. Okay. So you did mention a couple of YouTubers out there, geeks and gamers. Are there any other YouTubers out there that you're inspired by?
Um. Well, I mean, I hate to give him credit, but I have to say, X Wing did help push me as well. Um. Just and EBN, the whole having actually people on, because I wasn't. We never did that on Twitch. We had one person. I'd have my webcam on, and then I'd play a game, talk about stuff, and people would be in the chat. Unless we were doing like a community event where we did a few, then we wouldn't be on the same channel together. So finding out about StreamYard and actually seeing people on YouTube being on the channel together, the way they are, where EBN had it, was really cool.
Yeah, I really like what they
Right.
did on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. I really enjoyed what they did with that, and I've myself have been in on some pop ins as well,
Mm-hmm.
and I also see Streamyard being advertised whenever I try to watch a video. So it's helped
Yeah.
me a lot, and it's real easy to use, and I really like it.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we want to say hello to Pacific 414. Hello, Cobra Disney and Cash, and hello to you,
What's up,
Pacific.
Pacific?
All right, so then it's like I kind of like, without getting too personal, kind of get a little generic on the individual. So where do you hail from?
California, Southern
Cal-
California.
Southern California. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
that's a Yeah, I've been down to California a few times myself. My wife's family is from Sacramento, and
Cool.
we've actually made some Disneyland trips in the
I
past,
bet.
and we'd stopped through Sacramento to, just it's a halfway point. Living up here in Oregon, that we've driven both times that we've been to Disneyland. So hopefully this year we're going to try to go, and I'll be able to get some Disneyland content put up on my channel very soon.
Yep. That's
So
very
then,
cool.
yeah, so I take it you've been to Disneyland a few times then.
Yeah, I've been to Disneyland. I always like to call it the happiest ripoff on earth because it can be overpriced and
It
it
is.
keeps going up every year for Southern California people too. And now with COVID, things just got worse. But I haven't been there since COVID. It's
You
been
haven't
at
been there
least a
yet?
few
Okay.
years.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
ask if
I
you've
haven't
ever.
been to Galaxy Edge yet, but I plan to go. So.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I hear a lot of people saying raving about that Rise of the Resistance, and I'm like, well, I'd rather meet being an OG guy. I'd rather go on Smuggler's Run than a Rise of the
Mhm.
Resistance.
Right.
But yeah, I've got some good rides down there, and I haven't put any Disneyland content up yet, but I do intend to in the days to come. And what rides I like to go on, and like for once, Space Mountain is always the go to for me.
Mhm.
Yeah, any rides you like when you go there?
Um, Space Mountain is pretty cool. The Matterhorn. I still like Splash Mountain. The Haunted House is cool. I mean, that was an older ride, but that's a cool ride. Or it was. I don't know if they. I think I heard they changed it. They're also going to be changing Splash Mountain, but uh, those are the rides I like going on probably the most from what I remember last time I was. Oh, and the Indiana Jones ride, of course.
Yes,
That's always
yes,
great.
I like that.
Always
Yes,
great.
yeah. And I also like
And
going
Star
on.
Tours, of course.
Star Tours is great. Yes,
Hmm.
we went our first trip back in 2011. We went, and uh, they were they were refurbishing it, they were updating it, and so we didn't get to go on the Star Tours ride then. But then we
Hmm.
went 6 years ago. I finally got to go on the Star Tours ride, and that was pretty fun. So I can't wait to check that out. But again, I can't wait to check out Galaxy's Edge either.
Hmm.
So So a lot of us out there just do this for a hobby. We have lives we have to live. We have
Yes.
jobs to do. We have
Hmm.
uh, other obligations. So how do you balance that with your full time job and uh, with other things that you have going in your life?
Well, right now, I'm helping out my parents and stuff. I'm probably gonna find another job, but I've been just saving money, and my parents are older, so I'm helping them out with my brother.
Oh, good for you.
So, yeah.
So then, how did you become a fan of the Star Wars franchise?
Oh gosh, so many years ago. I probably when I saw what was it? It was probably either Star Wars or Empire on VHS. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Um, that is probably when I became a fan. It was probably because of my dad or my brother's influence, because he would always expose me to different sci-fi.
Oh, nice.
And
Yeah.
he would yeah, it was very important for I guess my mom. And well, my mom actually isn't into this stuff, but she's watched some of this. It's just she doesn't really care for sci-fi and so on. But my dad got me into that, and so did my brother. So Star Wars has been uh, big. It's been a big part of my life for a while, I would say.
Yeah. Especially you know especially it's like if you're a kid and you've grown up with it. See, I was like around the third grade when I finally it came out when I was in the second grade, and the whole summer came and went, and I never saw it. My friends had seen it. I was jealous of them. I wanted to see it so bad, and finally my dad caved in and got to see it in the theaters, the original movie. And I still have a hard time calling it A New Hope. I still call it the Star Wars. And so Being an
Mhm.
original
Yep.
trilogy fan before the special edition, that's just what I prefer.
Yep.
And what's your
Yeah.
favorite? Which one's your favorite movie?
Oh man, I'd probably say Empire.
I, I
Empire
gotta
is
agree. A
just
lot of people love that.
I love Empire, man. Empire is great overall. Solid dialogue, just a really good story. Um, I can't get enough of Empire, but it's followed closely by Revenge of the Sith. I didn't expect to like Revenge of the Sith as much as I did, but yeah, it's definitely closely followed by that. But
Oh yeah, it, yeah. I mean, that was great. It's up there. I'm going to do a ranking on what my favorite personal favorite movies are of the Star Wars movies. So I'm again. It's just a matter of making the time for it. Working full time. It's just you know
mm-hmm,
it's hard to get that out daily like some of the others like Coach and Nick and other content creators that we follow.
mm-hmm, yeah, yeah. Star Wars, just I don't know. Right now, Star Wars is like I just hopefully will be excited about it after watching Kenobi again. I'm just keeping my
Yeah.
expectations lower. That Boba Fett show really just made my head spin overall. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. A lot of people are saying, Kenobi's gonna make or break,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and whether or not they want to follow him or not, and I don't blame them. The way things have been going, with the
Mm-hmm.
letdowns that they have,
Yep.
it's uh, you, you get speechless at one point. So then, so are there any other topics that you talk about on your channel besides the Star Wars, or is
Yeah, I've always liked variety. So when I've talk about subjects, I like to talk about movies and besides, sometimes the conversation goes to Star Wars, but it could go to Star Trek, or it could go to Doctor Who, or it could go to just what's going on in the news with entertainment news, and
yeah,
or gaming, or other things that were just interesting, like anime. I just like to be a well-rounded person. Always have been. So.
yeah, but you gotta have variety because
Mm-hmm.
for sometimes you can run out of stuff to talk about, even with with a topic even like Star Wars, it can be tiring at times. That's why I
Yep.
kind of um, widen my scope with Disneyland and Cobra Kai, which is something that we've talked about on another stream on
Mm-hmm.
Master Paul's channel. We talked about
Yes.
Cobra Kai, and so
Yes.
there's I've discussed my thoughts. I've posted a couple videos on Cobra Kai, and so
Mm-hmm.
I definitely because you never know when something's going to end. What else are you going to talk about?
Right.
So what outside of YouTube, if you're not doing anything with if you're like you say you mentioned you're helping your parents out and whatnot, but are there any hobbies or talents that you like to share with us?
Um. Well, I definitely, especially the last few years, or even a little longer, I would say reading has become a hobby of mine. I like to keep up on the latest news, gaming news, other news that I find interesting.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's there's things I used to like to do. It's like bowling and golf and
Mm-hmm.
things like that, and it's like I haven't done anything like that in quite a while. I mean, it's kind of hard when you get older and you kind of get, you know, stuff takes out your energy, and it's like, you know, you're too tired to do stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But
Yeah.
I try to for me right now the hobby is just making sure our house is kept together, and we're upgrading our bedroom, so it's like we're getting some new carpet here shortly, and getting a new king size bed that's going to be brought in. So, right now, just doing household projects that we want
Mm-hmm.
that I'm doing for the family. So it, you got you got be balanced. As what Mr. Miyagi says, you balance the whole life.
Yes. Yeah.
That's so,
Yeah.
yeah. Go ahead.
The gaming has certainly become a hobby, and it's become more of a hobby because I've used it for analyzing it more and using it for streams in the past, and it's been a, I would say, a big part of my life. So that's definitely another hobby of mine. I enjoy gaming. I also enjoy watching sports, certain sports, especially baseball. I would say
Huh?
baseball's a
Yeah,
hobby of mine.
yeah. Do you have a team that you follow?
Dodgers. Yeah.
Dodger fan. I
Hmm.
gotta admit, I grew up liking the Dodgers. Yeah,
Hmm.
I was always a Dodgers fan, and yeah, I'm not much of an LA sports fan, but I like the city.
Yeah, I used to be a big Lakers fan, but
Oh
ever
yeah,
since the
being
nonsense and
yeah,
everything, I don't like a lot of sports now. Has just really turned me off.
they have.
I It's really a shame actually, and I'm hoping things will at some point go back to the way they are. Though the March Madness I've been watching because I'm a big Duke Blue Devils fan, and
Okay,
it's awesome that they're going to be in the Elite Eight. And so hopefully, if they win that, they'll move on to the Elite Four because this is Coach K's last year, and
right.
it's a big deal for Blue
That is
Devil
a big deal.
fans.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
I'm actually intrigued with that. I haven't been able to watch any games myself. I've caught a couple first rounders, but I haven't seen anything since the Sweet 16 started. So, but I was
Hmm.
kind of shocked when Gonzaga and Arizona got beat last night.
I know that was very shocking.
So, all right, yeah, because you mentioned the Lakers. It's like it's hard for me to like them because it's like living up here in Oregon. I grew up a Trailblazer fan, so it's like
Right, I get that.
there are more mortal enemies.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're the team I'd love to hate.
Yeah.
Although don't, I respect the players that used to play and with Magic and Kareem and the late Kobe
Yeah.
Bryant.
Yeah. Kobe. Yeah.
So that was a shocker. I still can't get over that. That happened almost
Yeah,
2 years ago.
it's I know it's crazy.
So so currently, I look on your channel. You're currently at 74 subscribers. So do you ever have any ambitions of seeing your channel grow?
Yeah, I've got to I don't know what that channel is gonna become and so on. We've had some success definitely on there, and hopefully we'll have more. I just gotta put on more content. I just don't want to do only live streams. I'm not a person who I don't want to. I like the live streams, but that channel's going to become gaming, and we're gonna have videos, and there's going to be other videos of editing, and there's going to be a whole lot of cool stuff there because I can't just do one thing or one subject. That's just not me. So there's definitely I'm gonna make sure to get. I'm going to be working on multiplayer gaming with people in the community. We still do the live streams, do the live gaming streams, do. Um, I'm just still working on. I should hopefully have some videos up this week. I'm hoping I will of some gaming tutorials because I want that stream to also be able to help people. I've always felt that in my life, especially that I want to help people. So
Yeah, so, well, good for you. And for me, I'm at 39 subscribers, but main thing mostly concerned about is just putting content that I feel good about and just and letting the chips fall where they may. And
right.
I just want to have fun doing this. I'm not gonna take this channel too seriously. I'm not gonna do anything special, and so
Yep.
hey theology. I mean,
What's
how
up,
are you
man?
doing?
How you
Good to see
doing? It's
you.
been a while. Hope you're well.
So, and finally, so uh, there there's other YouTubers out there. I know I haven't met any YouTubers yet in real life. Have you met any, or are there any YouTubers out
Uh,
there that you'd like to meet in real
the
life?
last people that I really met were Twitch people that we got to know and became friends with, and we watched each other's channels, and it was quite an experience. But um, the closest I've had is just talking to people. I mean, people like Coach. I mean, he's been like, I'm not trying to bust his ego or something, and bring up his ego and so on. But no, Coach, that whole thing about the pop-ins and the way he did his channel, and it certainly inspired me. I'm like, oh wow, we can do that. That's so cool. And
Yeah.
we've got a good community on YouTube. Our group. Yep. Hey guys, pop culture, Alan. And I
We're doing
just,
good.
we just, if we can actually come together, and I've talked to some YouTubers about this, but if we can all come together and do a lot together, we'll be unstoppable.
That's right.
Doing groups, doing streams together, playing games together. All this stuff is obviously a lot of work, but it's it's good.
Yeah,
So.
it really is. It's a wonderful thing, and that's though that ICC convention that they're going to be at, and it's like I
Hmm.
wish I could afford to go to that,
Right.
but I'm sure there's going to be other things that are going to happen. And like I said, hopefully on my Disneyland trip, I can meet a few Disneyland vloggers myself, and one of these days it'll happen.
Hmm.
We'll meet. We'll meet.
Yeah, a lot of people will end up meeting. I thought about going that Nashville trip, but not this time. Maybe next time, or it'll be somewhere else. But maybe next year.
Yeah. So the only thing I'm
Yeah.
hoping to go in my area, there's a in Portland. There's a the Comic Con in Portland, and I guess they're gonna have. I guess if I could afford to, I go to it because it's a 3-day weekend, and I have my I don't work, on Fridays through Sundays. So if I can convince my wife to do that, I'll go there. But I heard that Sean Austin, who plays Samwise
Hmm.
Gamgee, is going to be the featured guest at the Rose City convention.
Cool.
So, but I might postpone that and save it for another year.
Yeah, I understand that.
But okay, well, that's pretty much the questions I have for you. I just want to say thank you for your time. And, it's like we all have busy lives. We have things we have to do sometimes, and again, his description, his video channel is in the description below. You can join him, and if you want to get more of my content, you can also. I clicked my Discord link in the description as well, so you can check that out. So I want to say thank you, Cash, for your time. And do you have an outro that I like? I like to have the YouTubers end their stream with their outro.
An outro, huh?
Do you have an outro, or do you just say
No.
bye?
Oh, my outro is probably don't let somebody change your vision because it's your vision.
Oh, that's good. That's good advice. So, well, again, thank you so much for being on the channel. Once again, thank you for all the people in the chat saying hi to everyone and saying hi to us. And go ahead and like and subscribe. This is the Cobra Disney Jedi. I'm saying when life gets you down, always get back up, flip the script, and go seek adventure. Good night, everyone.